passive, so you were letting all the evil spirits out. Okay, so now what I would like to show you is I found an interesting film clip about a man that was actually lobotomized by Walter Freeman. However, I want to warn you that this video is very graphic, so if you do not like graphic things, you should probably not watch this video, or maybe you could. There's only one part it's a little bit graphic, and it's in the beginning of the video, and you could kind of, when the man has the skull with an ice pick, you could kind of fast forward to that, because then you actually see a scan of the man's brain and you hear what it was like for him to live with this lobotomy, so it's really fascinating.
Was this an ice pick? It's the sort of thing you'd have found in every 1940s home. It was absolutely perfect for what he needed it for. It was hard, it was tough, it did the job. So what Freeman did is he would anaesthetize the patient using ECT. Then he would get his ice pick and a hammer, and he would go into the brain through here. I think I'll try it on a skull rather than myself. Here it is. Watch closely. He's going in here. He pushes the eyeball out of the way and works his way to the back, to a thin bit of bone right at the back. And then what you do is you bop it through the skull. Yep, going through, going about 5 centimeters, and then you just squiggle it around. He was actually much more adept than I was, but he would use 2 at the same time. And then out it comes. And according to Freeman, the only post-operative care the patient needed was a pair of dark glasses. Transorbital lobotomy was so simple, it could be done by anyone, anywhere, and in under 10 minutes. Walter Freeman performed thousands of lobotomies. His technique spread so widely, it's estimated that more than 100,000 people were lobotomized, with mixed results. Now, it's certainly true that some of the patients became more docile and easier to handle, but many of the others were so badly damaged they could never take their place in the world. And of course, some died. This young man is one of lobotomy's success stories. Cases like his encouraged Freeman to extend his practice. He moved from using lobotomies as a last resort to using them on people who, by anyone's standards, were perfectly normal. Hi there. Howard, I would guess?
Hi, I'm Howard Dully.
Hello, I'm Michael Mosley.
Glad to meet you.
And you. So this is your sort of childhood neighborhood, is it?
Yes, it is. This is the place.
Which way's the house?
House is over in here.
What were you like as a child?
Well, I wasn't an angel. I was very rambunctious. I liked to roam the streets a lot and liked to be alone. I found out if I was alone, I didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because no one was there to get me in trouble. And I just wanted to be left alone, pretty much, you know.
Howard's mother died when he was just 5 years old. His father married again, but Howard and his new stepmother, Lou, had a very difficult relationship.
I felt that she was trying to take the place of my mother, and I resented that, so...
How did she respond?
She would punish me or do things to me that would aggravate me, so it would just snowball. Once she did something to me, I'd do something back, and pretty soon it just got out of hand.
Their relationship got worse and worse, to the extent that Lou took Howard to see Dr. Freeman. It was just before his 12th birthday. Do you think she had any appreciation of what a lobotomy would do?
I don't know that she cared. I think that she just wanted a solution to me, and whatever that solution brought, she was willing to accept.
This picture shows Howard undergoing his lobotomy.
I wasn't changed that much, and I would still have my faculties and things. I thought she was going to get more of a docile, robotic type kid,
Right.
that she could control.
If the lobotomy was supposed to pacify Howard, it failed. He became increasingly disruptive. Unable to manage him, his parents sent him away from home forever. Do you think Walter Freeman stole something from you?
I think he took my childhood. I think he took my childhood and some of my adulthood, because I'm probably about 20 years or better behind the average person.
What I'd really like to do is I'd like to take you along to an MRI machine where we can actually have a look inside your brain, because I think it is extraordinary. I think you're an extraordinary individual, and I'd be very, very interested, and I hope you are, in what the MRI machine might reveal.
Well, thank you.
Of the 100,000 people who were lobotomized, Howard is the first to have a high-resolution MRI scan. I feel privileged to be here. Your brain has been absolutely fascinating.
Here's the front of his head. This is his eyebrow, his eye. His nose will be over here, the back of his head. The knife should have gone in above the eye.
Right, okay.
And then you can see this black region here is not normal.
That's abnormal, is it?
That is abnormal, yes.
Right.
See, inside my head I have a black hole. There you go. I got two of them, as a matter of fact.
Cut the brain this way
So this would be
instead of from the side.
These huge black cavities were created by Dr. Freeman's instruments.
Black hole is the same as this from a
And
different
on both
view.
sides?
Both sides.
Right. So what would that area normally be doing?
So the frontal lobes are important for long-term planning, inhibition of a response. One of the most obvious things that people who have damage in this part of the brain is they become very impulsive,
Right, okay.
and unable to control their impulses.
And that's the paradox, isn't it? They went through all that, they put you through all that, and actually it was the exact opposite of what they were hoping to achieve.
Right.
It would have made you worse in a funny way. It would have made you much more likely to misbehave. Is that right?
Yeah, I would agree. Certainly if you did this to an adult, I would expect them to be permanently impaired and
Right.
not be able to control their impulses.
Ironically, it was probably Howard's youth that in the end prevented him from going completely off the rails. His young brain was able to rebuild pathways responsible for impulse control and which govern reasonable behavior.